Greetings, Old World Explorers. I'm very pleased to present my recent publication of my latest book, my first book, 101 Demolished Buildings in Old World North America. It is now available on Amazon for purchase. And I'll just quickly show you what you're going to find in this. And I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. Haven't really been any monetization or anything like that to do with my work. So this is sort of a way for me to maybe get a little bit of income for the work I've done, but also provide you with something tangible, something accessible as well for people that aren't actually into this research. This is really just a compilation of structures that no longer stand here in North America. Certainly jaw droppers. I think it would make a nice addition to anyone's collection, really, whether or not you're into this research or if you just appreciate architecture. And all it is really is visuals of 101 buildings, and sometimes you have a short write-up attached to those visuals. So if you're interested, please consider purchasing this on Amazon. I do have a link here, and I'll put the link in the description. And while we're at it, why don't I recommend a few more if you haven't already considered purchasing these from other content creators in the community. Let's start with Evidence of the Old World by Jon Levi and David Edwards. I read this one recently. Definitely an exhaustive research was done in this to expose many of the inconsistencies that we see, especially in Old World San Francisco. The focus, much of it is in San Francisco. They really blow apart the timeline of what we're told and how San Francisco came to be. A backbreaker. I would consider this to be the narrative, and a must-have if you're into this kind of research. The next book I'd like to recommend, hopefully you can see it here. If you can't, here it is on Amazon. Castle in the Pasture by Jon Butler. I had Jon on the show in late summer, and he discussed his research into the Grundy County Courthouse and the inconsistencies that he found in the historical narrative. This is in Iowa, Grundy Center. Certainly worth a look. A quick read, but again, poking holes in the narrative, definitely, and worth considering for purchase. Okay, next on my list is the Cabbage Babies from Mind Unveiled. If you're not familiar with that channel, I'll have all the links in the description. This is actually quite the treat visually. I won't give away too much here. It's certainly not a cheap purchase, but the reason for that having to do with all the colored postcards that have been printed off for your viewing pleasure. But it gets right into the reseeding of the realm, the orphan narrative. Cabbage Babies, I think it's certainly worth a look. Again, if you're into this research and you're looking to understand what happened here in the 1800s, it's worth adding to your collection. I will recommend one more, Exposing the Expositions by Howdie Mickoski. I just recently finished that as well. Yes, it is kind of riddled with spelling errors. Would be nice if that was cleaned up, but nevertheless, the point gets across, and he does a fantastic job of obliterating the narrative really around these World's Fairs. So if you're interested in that research, this is certainly something worth looking into. And last but not least, I would like to mention here that Matthew from Marvelous Old World, whom I befriended this past year and did a few broadcasts with, is in a battle against pancreatic cancer. And while he's undergoing treatment for pancreatic cancer, there's a GoFundMe page set up for him. So if you feel so inclined to donate to the cause and help him and his family get through this difficult time, I will provide the link as well attached to this video. All right, so I thank you for joining me, and thank you for being here with me on this journey for the last 18 months, or probably more than that now, and I'm going to continue to keep the pedal to the metal as we explore the old world. So all the best in the new year, guys.